Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode, and this is our Hobby Lobby clearance yarn haul. I'm calling it a haul, but it really isn't. I'm going to show you some clips from the yarn clearance section, and then at the very end, I'll show you what I actually walked out with. Okay? Let's take a look. The Hobby Lobby yarn clearance happens once a year, and it's always a surprise when it happens. What you're going to want to look for are the orange stickers. So this first set of yarn right here is actually sock yarn. I was not interested in sock yarn, so I moved on. I'm not always interested in the yarn bee yarn either, so again, I moved on. And now here we see some thicker yarn, and I was definitely tempted to get this mustard color yarn. It's $1.79, I think, per skein. Now this was some interesting yarn, but I think it was a little bit lightweight for me. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, really pretty yarn. $1.24 a ball, and it's regularly $4.99. Not bad. Not bad at all. No yellow stickers, no orange stickers. Oh, there's a couple little orange stickers. Not very many. Here we go. This is a bulky weight yarn. A lot of yarn bee yarn was on clearance. That one is super bulky. And then, whoa, look at this one. I was definitely tempted to get this yarn. $2.49. It's regularly $9.99. I believe it only had about 20 yards to it. What you're seeing here is the few skeins of yarn in the Baby Bees selection. Not very many. Now, as you can see, none of the I love this yarn was on clearance, and I looked up and down the aisle. Not a one was on clearance. A little bit disappointing, but that's what it was. So as you can see, there were quite a few different types of yarn that was on clearance. This year, however, in my experience with this particular Hobby Lobby, I did not see any cotton yarn on clearance. Now, it could be that it was already cleared out. It could be that they haven't gotten to that part yet, but there was no worker actively clearing out or marking down yarn. So I can only imagine that maybe I came with the leftover clearance yarn from maybe last week. I know a Hobby Lobby about 40 miles from here, they had their clearance yarn last week. So it's possible that I missed the big clearance sale, that this was all that was offered, although there were quite a few hanks of yarn, skeins of yarn, different types of yarn that was on clearance. if you were in the market for that type of yarn, it would have been primo. If you also noticed the I Love This yarn, the acrylic yarn, none of it was on clearance. And I was a little surprised by that too, because last year there were some colors that were on clearance, but not this year. So that's what makes me think maybe I missed the, the big clearance. Maybe it was last week. Let me show you what I bought, okay? So, without the cotton being available, I kind of started looking at the baby yarn. Now, this Baby Bee Sweet Delight, it is a 5 bulky weight yarn, and it was on sale for $1.24. And so this one was Sweet Delight Chunky Yarn in the colorway called Charming. This is really pretty. It has some white, the base is white, it has some pink, some lavender, and some, light green. And so that's nice. I really did like this colorway. I like the softness of the yarn. I like that it's a bulky 5. It just feels real squishy. The thing is, though, it only has 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, and 109 yards, 100 meters in this skein. But that's okay because it's a bulky 5, and it will grow a blanket pretty quick. So let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. That's all they had. If they had had 6, I would have gotten 6. At $1.24 a skein, you really can't beat that. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, and just look at that color. How beautiful is that color? Really is pretty. So I got 4 of these. That's all they had. And then the other baby that I got, baby yarn. Now this one, it's really funny. This one is not as soft, but it's still a bulky 5, and the same 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 110 yards, 101 meters. And so this one is called Baby Bee Lots of Dots. And this one is in kitty print. Kitty print. Let me make sure that this one is, yeah, this one is in Charming. And this one is in kitty print. Now this one, let me see if I can show you. This one kind of has a, it's a little bit of a darker color, but it has kind of the same colors. It has a base of white, and this one is designed to be, I guess with these, it's designed to leave dots of color. Because if you can see, like here's the white on either side and here's some pink, and so by making a crochet, you're going to have a dot of color there. And I think that that's what they're aiming for. So it has the pinks, it has the lavenders, and then in this one it has a bluish green, kind of like a sea blue, sea green. But you could even look at it and say, well, it's reminiscent of a teal. It's not a really dark teal. But let me see if I can just show you that color by itself. Oh, let's see. There we go. So there you go. There you have it. So I have 4 of these, and these were $1.37 a piece. $1.37. Now keep in mind, this one was $5.49 for the Baby Bee Lots of Dots. $5.49. And the Baby Bee Sweet Delight Chunky is $4.99 regular, and that was $1.24. So that's probably why they, you know, this one is $1.37 because it started out a little bit higher, you know, 50 cents higher. So anyway, if you can see these two together, I'm going to try and incorporate these together. I don't know if it'll work, but I don't know why not. You know, they're kind of the same colors. What I'm thinking of doing is a chevron baby blanket and going through one skein of yarn until that's done, going to the alternate, you know, the other Baby Bee, and doing that one. So then there will be little subtle differences between. So I have 4 of each. You know, I can just go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and try that out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this works. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. So for, you know, $8, $9, about $10, I can do this really nice baby blanket. And so that's not bad. $10, not bad at all. The last thing that I got, now you know how I love my dishcloths and, you know, the cotton yarn and all of that, and I really was quite disappointed that I didn't come across any cotton. However, I kind of told you a little story because I did come across some cotton. This is 100% cotton. However, it's Scrubology. So this is the Scrubby Yarn. And if you can see, this Scrubby Yarn is regularly $4.49, and I got it on sale for $1.12. $1.12. Now the only color that they had in clearance was this beautiful yellow. Now you know how I like yellow, so I am not upset about that at all. I know that it's a color that not many people like, or they're a little on the fence about it, but this is a kitchen item. This is happy, scrubby kitchen, you know. I'm not mad about it. I'm really not. I really kind of like this color. What can I say? So it's 3 ounces. It is 100% cotton. 3 ounces, 85 grams, 125 yards, and 115 meters. 100% cotton. This is a 4-weight yarn, and I really, really like it. I love this Scrubby yarn. I love the Scrubology cotton yarn, and I love getting it on clearance. The last time I got some Scrubby yarn on clearance was about 2-3 years ago, and I got a lot of it, and I've used it. I've almost used it all up. So, you know, I think I had maybe 10, 12 skeins of this yarn, and you know, throughout the years I've made scrubbies, I've made scrubby cloths, I've made pucks, I've made I've made the scrubby cotton sponge, which is a cotton on one side and then the scrubby on the other side, and I'm really looking forward to doing something in this color. I got all that they had because what a deal. $1.12. You can't beat that. It is regularly $4.49, and so even on the regular clearance you're still going to pay $3, a little over $3 for something like this, and I paid $1.12. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 of these, and so I'm really happy about that because this is going to last me a little bit, and so I'm really happy about that. I can't wait to incorporate this color into my scrubbies, my sponges, my pucks, my scrubby pucks, and you know, it goes a long way. It really does, because you don't use a lot of this in each of those projects, you know, because you use it with the cotton. You don't use this by itself, or at least I don't. I don't like using it by itself because I like incorporating it with another strand of cotton. For one thing, it creates a large sponge, a large puck, a large whatever it is that you're trying to make, because you've combined two strands of yarn. But it also allows you to use just enough of this to put the scrubby in it, but you're not just only using this. So anyway, I'm really happy about this. This is probably my most favorite part. And guess what? That's all I got. So I have the scrubby yarn, and I have the two different kinds of baby yarns, and I said no to everything else. There were some things that tempted me a tiny bit, and I looked at them and I thought, you know, there was a hat that I made, and it was with one of the, I think it was a yarn bee. It wasn't the I love this yarn, it was a yarn bee. And I looked to see if the color that I had used was on clearance, and it was not. But there was another color that was on clearance, and it was a little bit tempting. There was some thicker yarn that was a little bit tempting, but I said no. I have so much yarn. I have so little space. These items here, you know, I am really crazy about dishcloths. I'm really crazy about doing the kitchen items, and $1.12 was such a deal. It will last me quite a while. And then as far as those baby, you know, yarns were, it's a 5 chunky yarn, and I can make that work. So I'm really excited. And hey, if you have gotten a haul from Hobby Lobby, let me know. Put in the description, in the comments, let me know what you found. Let me know if you found sales and deals and whatever at any other store. I'm not partial. You know, I love sales, and I love collecting yarn. And what better way to collect yarn than with $1 instead of $4? I say that's a deal. So I hope that you have a great day, and thanks for joining me. Stay safe, be kind, and let's get hooking. Bye, guys.